guys, my name is India. I'm with Swirl Sip Repeat, and today we are going over a few of my must-haves. So these are items that I love to use when I am making my resin art, and I would like to share that with all of you. So let's get started. So first, the most important is your resin. So I actually use Art and Glow epoxy resin. I've tried others. This one is actually the most cost efficient, and it also gets the job done. So this one is awesome. It's crystal clear, believe me, it is. It's self-leveling. It's crystal clear, it's self-leveling, it resists yellowing, 40-minute work time. First of all, that is very important to me. So when I am looking for resin, or when I first started, I was reading a bunch of things on this work time, and I'm like, you know, what is that exactly? I'm gonna get this stuff done in 10 minutes or less. What does a work time mean? It's very important. So 40 minutes is awesome. I've seen some that have 45, which is great. I've seen 30 minutes. It really depends on, you know, how fast you can work. I honestly need the full 40, just because it takes me a little bit longer to, you know, just to mix things up. Depends on what I'm making. So Art and Glow resin, you can go directly to their website. I will link it at the bottom or in the description, but I highly recommend Art and Glow resin. So let's move on to your powders and your pigments. So I absolutely love this Dibble Dabble 24 Mica Powder shake jars, and it's so freaking nice that they come in cute little jars because it makes it so much easier. Look at how cute they are. These little jars, you guys, are lifesavers. Like, they are so much easier, less messy, believe me. I've ordered some before that come in little pouches, and again, they're all fine, they're great, but it's very messy when it comes in the little like Ziploc pouch. So these are my absolute favorite. I 100% suggest them to anyone. There is a nice variety of colors as well, which is very good. So if you are looking for a mica powder, Dibble Dabble is the brand that I would highly suggest. I really love Dibble Dabble. You will too. So moving on to some of the accessories. So or when I started making resin art, I was using just like wooden sticks to start everything, which is completely fine, but it kind of was a one and done type of thing, and I was like, you know, this is getting out of hand, the amount of sticks that I am buying. So I went to trusty Amazon and I found these silicone stir sticks. So you have like this huge one, I think this one's like 9 inches, and then they gave me maybe like 10 to 12 of these little baby ones. So these are really nice when I'm mixing the individual colors. I use the large one when I'm mixing my main big batch of resin. So it's very easy. As you guys can see, there's some, you know, leftover resin on there, but you literally just can peel it off the next day once that resin has set, and then you keep using it. It's freaking genius. Thank you, silicone, for being whatever you are. I appreciate it. So another, I guess, accessory. This isn't really an accessory, it's a necessity. So this is my mini blowtorch. So I did get this from Home Depot, and I think it came with like a refill so that you can refill this and use it. I've had it for, oh my gosh, like maybe I don't know, like I want to say a year, but that kind of sounds dramatic, but honestly it's probably been about a year, and I have had to refill it a couple of times, but I still think I've got some in here. So this is very important when you are making any piece of resin art, because there will be bubbles just from stirring. You know, once you pour it, you'll probably see those bubbles start to rise to the top. You'll use your blowtorch to get those bubbles out, and you will have to do it a few times. It's very important to not burn your resin, so you know, don't get too close in there. You know, give it a couple of inches or so. The heat will pop those bubbles, so that is actually very important to pop bubbles. But you also have, the setup wasn't as great as I thought, but this is my heat gun. So a little bit different from the blowtorch, okay? So the blowtorch pops bubble, what is it? The blowtorch pops bubbles, but it doesn't move your resin around. The heat gun will pop your bubbles, but it moves your resin around. So I use this when I am creating a lot of my art pieces that hang on the wall, because I want to blend my colors together. So the heat gun will not do that, or I'm sorry, the blowtorch will not do that. The heat gun will allow you to do so. And this is also from Home Depot, and it was maybe $35, so pretty reasonable. And then two really quick things that you want to make sure that you have, very, very important: gloves and a mask, a nice mask. So resin, you know, is a chemical. We're mixing it together, and a lot of them are low odor. The epoxy Art and Glow that I use does say low odor, but it still has a scent to it. So with us heating it, mixing it, you don't really want to inhale those fumes. So I did get this off of Amazon. I have seen them at Home Depot and Menards before. So look that up. This one maybe was, oh my gosh, maybe like $20-$30, but it's very, very helpful. It comes with these interchangeable filters and things like that, so I highly suggest that. And then of course, you want to protect your skin, so you always want to use gloves when you are dealing with epoxy resin. So you don't want our fingers to get all sticky and icky from the resin and everything else that goes when you're making these projects. So one of the last things that I will show you guys, and I think I've mentioned this before in my past videos, that I have like no loyalty for my fire glass, but I will show you guys. I did get this one off of Amazon. It's the Crystal Ice 1/2-inch reflective fire glass. I have been using this in my past, gosh, like 3 or 4 art projects. I really, really like it. It's very nice and reflective, but I did also get this, which it has a bunch of different colors in there. This one's from Menards. So honestly, I haven't come in contact with one that is bad, as long as it is fire glass, reflective, and I do like the 1/2-inch for my projects. I think you're good to go. So if you guys have like a better product that you use, or if you have questions on like what brand is better than another, if there are other items that you're like, hey, should I be using this? Let me know, leave me a comment, and I will get back to you guys. But those are the items that I use. Some of my favorites, or some that are just very convenient for me, but very happy to share with you guys. If you liked this video, like it, subscribe, leave me a comment if you like to see things like this, or if you have an idea of what type of video you would like to see from me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Cheers!